A wintry mess out there as we get into the afternoon. We'll see out there. More about that coming up for you in just a moment.
Right now, this morning, the fences around La Crosse's Burns Park are coming down. We'll have the city's new monitoring plan and what residents are saying. The White House announces aid for farmers hit by tariffs and the trade war with China, but local farmers say it might be too little too late. And President Trump plans to block state AI regulations with a new executive order, what it means for the few protections Americans have from AI harms. Thank you for joining us this morning. I'm Alexandra Carter. On this Tuesday, December 9th, it is 6 a.m. Time to wake up, everybody. We'll send it over to meteorologist Art Jarrett. He's tracking the weather for us today, tomorrow, the next day. It's pretty much just all cold and wintry out there, isn't it?
Yes, it is. This will be. In fact, as we start out, I was watching the news earlier this morning. We were talking about that. Folks in New York, they're just kind of not preparing themselves for things like that, this cold. Well, you guys out there right now in Wisconsin, you know this stuff. You know what to do. So you get prepared, but you're going to have some wet roadways out there. So please take it slow today. You're going to see that snow and a mix of rain and snow. Getting into forecast snow north of I-94, a mix between I-94 and I-90, rain and freezing rain south of I-90 as well as you get down to Prairie du Chien and Bosqueville going that direction. You're going to be seeing a lot of that right now, still kind of moving towards Prairie du Chien within the next hour or so. They're going to be in a mix of more of that rain and snow in just a moment here for the next hour or so. You can see it going right towards Prairie du Chien. We'll get into how this all shapes up, getting into current temperatures. 20s widespread. You're also going to find yourself we're a little bit on the warmer side or milder side, if you want to call it that, holding on to temperatures and really gusty winds as well that are going to be up to at least 25 miles per hour plus. Then those winds will pick up later on tonight, getting into the overnight hours. Going into tomorrow, we're going to see those winds pick up. Right now, this is our evening winds. You'll see these winds come back again later on. Those winds will be up to 30 to 40 miles per hour, so it's going to be much colder on your skin, but we'll be on the chillier side for tomorrow. Holding on to the wind chill, you're going to see maybe 9 to about, say, 16 degrees, so it's not that bad out there right now. As you go into the day, though, this is when you're going to get into the afternoon, and you're going to see that snow come in, then a mix of rain and snow between 3, 4, 5, and 6 going to your evening commute, right when you want to get on the roadways as well. So please take your time, start your day a little bit earlier, get home a little bit earlier if you can, and eventually make it home safely for everybody. You can see more snow up along I-94. When I return, we'll talk about this a little bit more and show you what's going to happen and where it's going to be.
All right, and taking a live look outside now with our Storm Runner 8. This is on La Crosse's north side on George Street. You can see some snow accumulating there on the side. Although this road does look clear, we know that the plows have been out this morning. Our Storm Runner has been finding a mix of clear and snow-covered roads. As you can see here, it does look slick. I can confirm it is slick, especially on those turns. So slow down, leave some space. You guys know what to do, but just try to give yourself a little bit of extra time heading to work and school this morning. Some other news making headlines today. A big federal aid package is on the way for American farmers, but some here in Wisconsin are not entirely convinced. Wisconsin farmers say the support is welcome, but many still worry about what comes next. News 8 Now's JDS McGee explains.
The White House says the new aid package is meant to offset losses tied to tariffs and the ongoing trade war with China.
This relief will provide much needed certainty to farmers as they get this year's harvest to market and look ahead to next year's crops, and it'll help them continue their efforts to lower food prices for American families.
But many local farmers say that even with the aid, uncertainty is still weighing heavily on producers.
The aid is definitely needed, but might be a little bit too late for too many farmers, and where we go from here is still really a big question mark because of the uncertainty that's out in the marketplace.
Farmers have lost billions of dollars in soybean sales this year due to the boycott by China. Farmers also add their concern the dollars won't spread evenly throughout the country.
Under the first Trump administration, a lot of those dollars actually stayed down in the southern states, and there's a real fear from farmers here in the upper Midwest that those dollars are going to stay down there again.
And looking ahead, farm leaders say one-time payments won't fix a deeper problem of stability.
It shouldn't have ever gotten to this point. We've been working for decades to get these trade agreements to a place where American farmers are actually in a pretty good spot, and just overnight we lost them because of the trade wars.
Reporting in La Crosse, JDS McGee, News 8 Now this morning.
Ag Secretary Brooke Rollins says farmers can apply for funding in the coming weeks, with payments expected to be dispersed by February 28th. The fences surrounding La Crosse's Burns Park are down this morning. The city first fenced off the park in September, citing dangerous behaviors from both housed and unhoused individuals. The city's new monitoring plan includes sending a team out 5 times a week to connect with people in the park in need.
I don't know if it'll change. I hope it does. I guess I really hope that it changes for the better. If it doesn't, well, we don't know what to expect next time.
Mayor Shondell Washington Spivey says officers will have an increased presence in the park to keep it safe and connect people with resources. Cameron Park does still have fences up. The city says it'll decide what to do there based on what happens at Burns. West Salem's police department is getting a new building thanks to $2.5 million from the federal government. The village is working on plans for the new facility. The current building is just 1,200 square feet. West Salem's police chief says more space will allow them to upgrade technology, store equipment on site, and increase officer safety.
When we have people within the building, suspects and things like that, having secured areas is definitely going to be a plus.
The project is currently in its final design phase. They're hoping to break ground sometime late next year. A La Crosse County suspect appeared in court on scam charges. Fedar Rockheed is one of 5 people accused of scamming an elderly couple out of more than $450,000 in a fake sweepstakes scheme. The victims sent cash and gift cards for 8 months after being told they won millions. Rockheed is being held on a $1 million cash bond. News 8 follow-up now. Governor Tony Evers vetoing a bill to crack down on fake service animals. That bill would also allow housing providers to ask for proof of medical necessity. The governor said that would unfairly affect people with disabilities. 34 other states have similar laws. And Governor Evers signing Braden's law that protects victims of sextortion by creating new penalties for those convicted. Victims or their family will also be paid by the DOJ's Crime Victim Compensation Fund. The Children's Miracle Network Holiday Basket Raffle is here every year, amplified by Gunderson employees and local businesses. Create and donate baskets for the raffle. You can enter for $1 per ticket at La Crosse and Onalaska clinics. All proceeds will benefit the Children's Miracle Network.
We have baking baskets, we have pizza baskets, we've got wellness baskets, we have a beginner's quilter basket. We even have a puzzle basket. So anything that you really could want, you should come to the CMN Holiday Basket Raffle for.
You can find a full list of the baskets on our website.
Top Notch Teacher is sponsored by Viterbo University and Dahl Honda.
Learning isn't a process that stops when we're done with school. There's always room to expand the mind. That's especially true of our next top-notch teacher, Tyler Schrake, who's pushing his own limits to enrich the classroom experience.
During the first class, plenty of teachers bring versatility to the classroom. Tyler Schrake at West Salem Middle School is on another level.
I dabble in just about everything.
Like a creative chef in the kitchen, the engineering, tech, and careers teacher is always working to spice up his curriculum.
First year I learned how to sew, and we teach sewing now. All the wood shop stuff that we do electrical work, laser work, CAD work.
He's even added a dash of broadcasting. His students put on a recorded news channel, complete with a green screen.
We try to just cover everything that's going on in the school.
Just like he's trying to introduce students to everything he can think of during his class time, even if it's something he doesn't know.
There's a lot of late night watching YouTube. There's a lot of reaching out to friends who have certain skills, being in tune with social media and what kids are like, what's important to them.
Some ideas work well.
It's positive. It makes the students laugh. Probably the projects we do. It's just fun because it's active.
And some don't, but that's okay. He says it helps teach an important life lesson.
If you're willing to fail a lot, you can create some really cool things in this world. You just have to be open to taking a little bit of a risk, putting yourself outside of the box.
And that risk could be what inspires a student's career path.
I could be the reason, because I show just one thing, that one kid's excited to come to school. So if I can show a bunch of different things, I can be maybe a bridge to some of those kids who struggle to wake up and come to school every day. Bon voyage. I'll miss you all.
We need teachers like that. That's so great to see. And Shrake also coaches wrestling and high school golf. He shoots video for the football team and runs some of the school's social media accounts. The time now is 6:09. Still to come here, Trump is signing an order to block state AI regulations, also announcing NVIDIA can ship some chips to China. We'll tell you what that means. And a survey shows Americans are feeling slightly better about the economy. And an old gift may be just the perfect new spin on the holidays this year. We'll explain ahead. For now, we're sending you to break with something to put the good in your morning. It's National Pastry Day. Whether you like pies, tarts, quiches, or something sweet, go out and enjoy your favorite treat. Maybe have a Kringle in honor of Wisconsin. And for now, we will leave you with another live look at the roads this morning. Our News 8 Storm Runner is on State Street in La Crosse. It does look slick out there. You can see that. We did get a little bit of snow last night, but the plows have been out. Our Storm Runner finding some slick spots and some areas that are clear, so just be sure to be a little attentive as you head out the door this morning.
Business owners, are you tired of running out of supplies? Ace Hardware of La Crosse delivers everything your business needs, from cleaning supplies to appliances. Get what you need when you need it. Set up your business account today and let Ace of La Crosse do the heavy lifting.
The independent living is really nice because you have your own apartment and it's just like living at home.
Although I thought I was way too young to be moving in a place like this, finding Welcome Home was just like finding a home.
Live your life the way you want to and don't have to worry about all the other chores and insurance and things like that.
I like that we get a balanced meal.
Those little helps really help me to be independent.
Winter can actually be the perfect time to replace those old drafty windows. Nothing will keep you more comfortable in your home during the winter than new windows. And our certified master installers are highly trained experts that will install your new windows properly while reducing exposure to outside elements. We'll take out your old window and place in your new window in less than 5 minutes on average. Ask how your winter installation can save you money and make you more comfortable in your home.
At Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota, our warehouses are overflowing with items ready for delivery. Bedrooms, sofas, kitchen and dining, it's all in stock. On top of sale prices, if it's in our warehouse, you can take an extra $100 off items over $1,000, $200 off items over $3,000, or $300 off items over $6,000. If it's in stock, save even more. But these discounts won't last. Shop Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota, voted your favorite furniture store.
December is the best time to buy windows.
Right now, you can buy 2 Energy Tech windows and get the third one free, but only for the first 15 homes.
And we're giving you 12 months with no interest and no payments.
Buy now and install in the spring.
These are the best prices of the year, and you can lock in before the January price increases.
Plus, you'll get a bonus Amazon gift card with your purchase.
Don't wait. These spots go fast. Call Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions right now and get the best pricing of the year.
Spectrum TV, isn't that only live TV?
No, it's only all my favorite streaming apps with live TV.
Okay.
It's only all included at no extra cost, and that's the magic of math.
Will this be on the test?
Sure, why not?
It's only one simple payment for all our TV. We gotta simplify and win. Winning is equally important.
If not, more so.
Yeah!
Only Spectrum TV, fixed TV.
Business owners, are you tired of running out of supplies? Ace Hardware of La Crosse is the helpful place with the products your business needs when you need it. We service businesses of all sizes. Ask about volume discounts. Contact Jim to set up your service account today.
In our consumer news this morning, President Trump plans to sign an executive order blocking state AI regulations. He posted Monday, there must be only one rule book if we are going to continue to lead in AI. States have passed their own AI laws while Congress delays federal standards, including protections for artists' voices and likeness, disclosure requirements when people are interacting with AI, and limits on deceptive political deepfakes. Critics say the order could strip Americans of protections from AI harm like scams and deep fake videos. And the U.S. is lifting export controls on certain AI chips heading to China. The president announcing NVIDIA can ship its H200 chips to approved Chinese customers, with 25% of revenue going to the U.S. government. The advanced chips are used to power AI systems. Analysts say the move gives China a significant boost in AI capabilities and could help Chinese AI compete with U.S. rivals overseas. Americans are feeling slightly better about the economy. That is according to a monthly poll on consumer sentiment from the University of Michigan. The survey's preliminary reading climbed from 51 in November to 53.3 in December, better than what economists were expecting. If you're on the hunt for a new tech to finish your holiday shopping, maybe consider something old. Younger people are driving a spike in interest in film photography and those digital cameras from the mid-2000s. CBS's Jared Hill takes a look.
It has a sound-activated shutter.
In search of the perfect frame.
Say cheese. Isn't that crazy?
Is cool.
No hand on the button. It takes a picture.
Photographers are once again eyeing film.
There's something to be said about just owning your own image.
Dominic Lewis expanded his Brooklyn-based film photography store in 2025 as interest in film cameras started to grow, driven in part by Gen Z.
Keep your negatives. Negatives are very important.
It's all kind of new.
Ethan Teague is getting his second ever roll of film developed.
The first film I shot was definitely not super great.
Still learning, Teague says he likes how the finite frames in film compared to his phone make each picture matter.
You're more selective and intentional with your shots.
Sure, you can take great photos on your phone, but you may also be spending that same time taking your photo being bombarded with incoming calls and messages.
Andrew Langston, editor-at-large for consumer tech website CNET, says the newfound zest for analog photography may also be a response to the perfection of smartphone pictures and the growth of AI.
Instead, people are kind of going, no, we want the authenticity of imagery again.
And companies are taking note. In 2025, Kodak launched new direct-to-consumer film for the first time in over a decade. E-commerce sites are also filled with refurbished point-and-shoot digital cameras from the 2000s. Ethan's camera was his granddad's, handed to him by his mom.
It was like a passion that her and her dad shared, and it's kind of a passion that we share as well.
Putting life in full focus. Jared Hill, CBS News, New York.
And if you're looking for a digital camera online, you should stick with recognizable brands because the rise in interest also creating a market for cheap knockoffs. That's a look at your consumer news. We'll send it over to meteorologist Art Jarrett. Art, I know you've got an old Kodak camera sitting somewhere, huh?
Yeah, I've got a lot of those hanging around somewhere out and about, but I miss those Polaroids, that instant gratification. That's always pretty fun as well. The kids usually love that. Noon all the way to noon today, all the way into Wednesday tomorrow, getting into the 6 o'clock hour. You're going to see that snowfall kicking into the forecast here, holding on to a mix of rain and snow associated with that as well, with hazardous road travel coming in because of the snow and the wintry mix and the slick roadways. The freezing roadways, freezing over roadways, the wet roadways again, as you go all the way down south where you're going to see more rain and freezing rain there south by along I-90. You get into snowfall north of I-94, and then once you get into it, a mix of rain and snow as you get in between I-94 and I-90. So what's going to happen? You can see cloud cover starting to move in, coming in from the river. Fog is going to be a part of this as well. You'll see some freezing fog. You'll see some freezing mist and drizzle as well. Getting into a little bit of light breeze up there by Eau Claire right now. 23 degrees, not much change. It feels like 14 degrees out there with 2 miles of visibility. So they're taking it slow out there. The roadways are looking good for them. We're also going to be picking up the possibility of a little moisture getting towards areas by Prairie du Chien and La Crosse. They're also associated with that as well, getting to the airport. We'll also be picking up the possibility of more of that moisture coming in. This will be for the afternoon right here, getting towards Bismarck. Behind that will be that overnight rainfall and snowfall picking in the forecast. You can see most of the snow getting towards the northern tier of the United States, coming out of Idaho, going to Billings, all the way towards Bismarck, where you have a mix of rain and snow there already. So that's going to happen. Hazardous road travel, noon today, all the way through Wednesday morning, snow and rainfall. That means it's going to be a mess out there as far as the road travel is concerned. Not this morning, but it is cold out there this morning, even though temperatures are up, bumping around, say, again, into the 20s this early morning. Once we get into it, by 4 o'clock, you're going to be seeing 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock. You're going to be seeing snowfall turning to a mix of rain and snow in the in the pink. Then we see again areas right by Red Wing going into Minneapolis. You've got a mix of light to moderate rainfall kicking in. Then you're going to be seeing that move along the river. As it does, it gets in towards La Crosse, where you're having that mix of rain and snow. You see more rain down to the south, getting towards Prairie du Chien. Also with that mix a little bit, getting into Viroqua, all the way into that wintry mix there, Sparta. So you're getting that snow, maybe a little bit of ice associated with that as well. Getting right back into Black River Falls, you'll see that as well. Now up to the north, you're all in the snowfall for there. Ladysmith will stay in the fall, stay in that snow for the better part of the night as we finish out in the evening hours. This is the evening commute, so this is going to be a hot mess, getting all that rainfall on the ground as well as a mix of rain and snow in the forecast there. Not to mention temperatures are 32. That's the freezing mark, so that's all going to freeze over. And so what happened maybe 45 minutes ago possibly is going to be a different story if you're going back out on the roadways again. So please take it slow. We want you to be safe. We get back into all this kind of transferring out by the 8 o'clock hour. It continues to move out. We start to end all of that for now, and it goes into the 9 o'clock all the way into the midnight hour where it comes back again. You see it up by Ladysmith, all the way into Winona, La Crosse, Black River Falls, Sparta, Holman, West Salem, you're in that as well. And that continues all the way into the forecast, coming back again at the 4 o'clock hour in the morning. Then that drives back down to the south. You get all the way into areas by Winona, going to La Crosse. You finish out by the 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock hour. Folks heading to school. You're getting into that snowfall all the way from Black River Falls to Sparta as well. And of course, La Crosse is in that. 3 to 6 inches up along I-94 up to the north, 1 to 3 inches for Black River Falls, and of course a trace to about an inch or so by Prairie du Chien and Possible. So drive safe. We already know that. Want to be too preachy like my dad. We get back into it as we hold on to the possibility of visibility issues and that hot mess, of course, for the bitterly cold conditions as well, because it's going to be breezy and gusty out there. Winds up to 25 miles per hour. Then we get into the overnight hours. It's going to be up to near 30 plus to near 40 miles per hour. Rain turning into a mix of rain and snow as we go into it for the precipitation. Light winds turning into breezy and gustier winds. They'll even be stronger than what you saw right there. And eventually we'll see that continue on. Highs for Wednesday, you're looking at 20s pretty much. So we're going to get back into the chilly to cool, holding on to the possibility of, again, another inch of rainfall, maybe 1 or 2. Black River Falls, La Crosse, maybe an inch or less, getting into the forecast, 1 to 2 for Sparta, and then less down to the south. These winds will kick up as we go through 8 o'clock tonight, continue on, coming back again. You'll see them kind of dropping down, see up to 30 miles per hour. Then they come back again, 36 mile per hour wind gusts kind of sweeping through. They continue on and they drift out of the way. We'll see them come back again out of the northwest eventually. We're also going to hold on to that snowfall coming back in the morning for you, overnight I should say, and then of course that's for La Crosse, getting into how this all shapes up all the way through Eau Claire as well. More snow going all the way through your sunrise for tomorrow. Lows for tomorrow, you're looking at mostly 20s and near 30 degrees. Wind chill kicks in the forecast, as you can see, holding on to 8 to about, say, 14 degrees. And then once we take it back into how this all shapes up over the next few days, you're going to see drier conditions for La Crosse tomorrow and drier conditions after the early morning snow. As I mentioned before, an alert day today and cooling down gradually into the weekend.
Thank you, Art. Bill Gates and international leaders pledging nearly $2 billion to help end polio worldwide. We'll explain. And for now, we will leave you with another live look at the News 8 Storm Runner on Travis Street. You can see here some of these residential roads haven't been plowed. You can see after that snowfall last night, we've had some snow accumulating all week. If you are going on these residential roads, make sure to take it slow out there. There are slick spots, and of course, this one is covered in snow. So be careful out there. Give yourself some extra time and stay with us. We will be right back.
Coming up in sports, hear from Christian Watson after a big performance against the Chicago Bears, plus a look ahead to Week 15 coming up in the Morning Blitz.
Ready for a better career with excellent pay, benefits, and work-life balance? Chart Industries is hiring fabricators. Join the team that's shaping the future and providing awesome pay and excellent benefits. Apply today at jobs.chartindustries.com.
It's that time of year. The chill is in the air. Are your floors freezing? Warm up your home with carpet from Sealands Carpetland in Coon Valley. We've got the coziest, most durable carpet for your home. Come in and check out our color options, styles, and patterns. We're happy to help you find just what you need to make your home warm and cozy. Sealands Carpetland in Coon Valley. Our #1 priority is you. you. Stop in today.
Love Arby's famous roast beef? Love Hickory barbecue sauce? Love 2 for $6 deals? Meet the RBQ. It loves to be loved. Arby's, we have the meat.
I'm Jordan Rudolph, and I'm the owner of Unity Fitness. As our mission to serve and help have a positive influence on so many people, we can't thank you enough for having our back and helping us spread that mission forward into helping more people in the area.
Thank you so much for trusting us with your goals and for 10 years of support.
We view people as more than a before and after.
We're in your corner through the ups and the downs that life has to offer because we know that they'll happen.
To see if you're the right fit for us or if we're the right fit for you, head over to unityfitnesspro.com today.
Save big money on everything for your projects when you shop at Menards. We're your one-stop shop for everything you need. Get truckload savings on items you use every day for everyone in your household. We have it all, from big to small and everything in between. Frog Tape Advanced is premium multi-surface tape with paint block technology that seals tape edges for super sharp paint lines. Pick up a roll today. On sale for just $8.99 each.
Ready for a better career with excellent pay, benefits, and work-life balance? Chart Industries is hiring fabricators. Join the team that's shaping the future and providing awesome pay and excellent benefits. Apply today at jobs.chartindustries.com.
All right, what do you think?
I think we can do a little better.
I think we can do even better.
I agree.
That's more like it.
Happy holidays. News 8 Now Sports.
Green Bay Packer fans across the state, a huge win Sunday over the Chicago Bears has the Packers at the top of the NFC North. And with 4 games left in the season, the Packers are playing some of their best football. We knew it was going to be a battle going into that game, and that's exactly how it played out. The Packers took the lead late in the fourth quarter. Chicago had marched down the field, but a Keyshawn Nixon interception sealed the deal as Green Bay got the win 28-21. A huge reason why, Christian Watson. He finished the day with 4 catches for 89 yards and scoring 2 touchdowns, including this 41-yard slant where he ran past the entire Chicago defense. It's his second game with 2 touchdowns on the season, and it was an emotional one for him as he tore his ACL against the Bears last season.
I mean, it means a lot to me for sure. Honestly, I tried not to think about it that much, but I mean, as the game was kind of getting going, it was definitely creeping in my mind a little bit. I mean, I'm just so thankful and blessed to be able to do what I do, and I'm glad that today panned out how it did for sure.
I think since he's been back, he's just been making play after play. Obviously, it's going to be a long recovery for him to be able to get back. And like I've mentioned before, we've all watched him, during rehab and things like that throughout the offseason and training camp to be able to get back. And I think he's just playing at a really high level right now.
With about a quarter of the season left, the stakes are getting even higher, but the games are not getting any easier.
There's 4 weeks left, and you got to take it day by day. You got to really embrace that grind, embrace the challenge. It's not going to be easy from here on out.
So here's what the NFC North is looking like with 4 games remaining. The Packers with a slight lead because of that tie, but also if it was just a win, then it would be a little better for Green Bay. Lions still in striking distance at 8-5, and then the Vikings rounding out the bottom at 5-8. So this means that all of the games the rest of the way are extremely important. And the Packers, they've got a tough one this week. They'll be going on the road to face the 11-2 Denver Broncos, who are currently on a 10-game winning streak, and they've got one of the best defenses in the NFL. We'll have more on this matchup throughout the week. That'll do it for the Blitz. We'll see you tonight.
While you're busy, your pup can play all day at Top Dog Retreat in West Salem. Safe, supervised fun with friends, plus plenty of exercise and love. Because a tired dog is a happy dog. Top Dog Retreat, a bark above the rest.
What home improvement delivers the highest return on investment? A new garage door. And the perfect door is a genuine overhead door, made to last right here in the USA for over 100 years. Overhead Door has been the leader in exceptional design and quality materials installed by trained, experienced professionals. Find your perfect door. Visit our showroom or go online to choose from an endless array of styles, colors, and accents. From our family to yours, Overhead Door Company of the Seven Rivers region.
News 8 Now and Dairyland Power Cooperative present the Community Calendar. For more information on these events, or if you'd like to submit an event, visit news8000.com.
In 1969, Taco John's combined Western traditions with Mexican flavors and created West-Mex. More than 50 years later, it still tastes like a good idea. Get crispy tacos for just $1.39 every Taco Tuesday, only at Taco John's.
When a migraine strikes and I've taken a Triptan, side effects like dizziness can throw me off. Oh, migraine again. Ubrelvy works differently. It keeps me in rhythm, quickly stopping migraine pain within 2 hours. And some have pain relief that lasts all day, so I can handle whatever the day may throw at me. Don't take if allergic or with strong CYP3A4 inhibitors. Tell your doctor all medicines you take. Report increased blood pressure or color changes, pain, or numbness in fingers or toes. Get help right away for allergic reactions like trouble breathing, face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, which may occur days after use. Ask your doctor how you can stop migraine attacks and stay in rhythm with Ubrelvy.
Blaine's Farm and Fleet's huge gift sale is going on now, and that means unbeatable value on unique gifts for all the originals on your list. Like 25% off these women's CGCG fashion tops, $70 off this Milwaukee 2-tool combo kit. Holiday dog toys and apparel, 25% off. Plus, large bags of Blaine's brand Cardinal Songbird food, $15.99. Rewards members pay just $12. Knock out your holiday shopping for less during our huge gift sale only at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
At Top Dog Retreat in West Salem, skip the mess and hassle at home. Our climate-controlled self-serve dog wash is open 24 hours to keep your dog clean, dry, and ready for their next adventure. Top Dog Retreat, a bark above the rest.
Happy holidays from News 8 Now.
Holding on to a weather alert day as we get into it. Why? Because of hazardous roadways due to more snow and a mix of rain and snow on the way. More about that in just a moment.
Right now, this morning, the fences around La Crosse's Burns Park are down. Coming up, the city's new monitoring plan and reaction from residents. And the White House announces aid for farmers hit by tariffs and the trade war with China. Local farmers say it could be too little, too late. If you're wondering what Art is wearing, well, an ugly sweater contest with a twist. How your $1 vote supports mental health and basic needs programs in our area. Thank you for joining us this morning. I'm Alexandra Carter. It is Tuesday, December 9th, 6:31 a.m. Hope your morning is off to a good start. We'll send it over to meteorologist Art Jarrett. He is all decked out this morning. I'm going to put my sweater on in just a couple minutes.
Yeah, okay.
We're early to the party. I love it.
All right, I try to do what I can. Right now, we get into it with a wintry mess out there. Eventually, as we get into the afternoon, you're going to see the noon today all the way to Wednesday morning. We're going to see hazardous road travel due to snowfall that comes in. It's going to be some slick roadways out there as well because we have a mix of rain and snow in the forecast for you, giving way to snow north of I-94, mixed between I-94 to I-90, and then eventually rain and freezing rain south of I-90. Now, right now, La Crosse is holding on to some mist out there, and we're also seeing similar conditions for Eau Claire currently. Now, that means we're going to be seeing those roadways start to get a little bit more slick out there, and what's been on the ground from the snow from last night, well, that's going to start to begin to melt a little bit and start to get a little bit wet. We'll hold on to the current temperatures for you right now, 18 to about, say, 25 degrees to 27 degrees down by Prairie du Chien. We'll get back into it with those winds kicking in eventually as we go through the morning hours, and then so they'll drop back down and then pick up again as we get into the afternoon around the 5 o'clock hour going to your evening commute. So the winds will be pretty breezy and gusty up to 25 miles per hour plus. Wind chill will feel like at least 11 to about, say, 17 to 15 degrees in some cases once the kids are going to school this early morning. And once they get inside and go to lunch, we're going to be seeing conditions to be like 17 to about 24 degrees. And we're a little bit on the milder side today, giving way to some rainfall coming into the afternoon from 2 all the way isolated at 8 o'clock hours. So we go through the afternoon into your evening commute as well. Afternoon sports all going to be wet, soaking out there as well with a mix of rain and snow. Roadways are going to be wet as well, and of course pretty hazardous. We'll do similar conditions for Eau Claire, but they have more snow out on the roadways. Once we get into it, you're going to be seeing the possibility of 3 to 6 inches of snow along I-94, 1 to 3 inches as we get into areas by La Crosse, all the way down to areas right by Viroqua as well, and then holding on to at least a trace to an inch as you get into Prairie du Chien and Boscobel. More about your forecast coming up in just a moment.
All right, taking a live look outside now from our Storm Runner 8. This is Hyde Street. You can see these residential roads. They're pretty covered with snow. All that precipitation that Art has been talking about kind of piling up here. Some roads are plowed, though. The main streets, we've been seeing the plows out. But if you're heading out on those more residential roads, rural roads, you definitely want to watch out for the snow and icy slick spots. So give yourself some extra time, give yourself some space between cars, and stay safe out there. The other headline of the day, a big federal aid package is on the way for American farmers, but some in Wisconsin are not entirely convinced. Wisconsin farmers say the support is welcome, but some are still worried about what comes next. News 8 Now's Jadius McGee reports.
The White House says the new aid package is meant to offset losses tied to tariffs and the ongoing trade war with China.
This relief will provide much needed certainty to farmers as they get this year's harvest to market and look ahead to next year's crops. And it'll help them continue their efforts to lower food prices for American families.
But many local farmers say that even with the aid, uncertainty is still weighing heavily on producers.
The aid is definitely needed, but it's might be a little bit too late for too many farmers. And where we go from here is still really a big question mark because of the uncertainty that's out in the marketplace.
Farmers have lost billions of dollars in soybean sales this year due to the boycott by China. Farmers also add their concern the dollars won't spread evenly throughout the country.
Under the first Trump administration, a lot of those dollars actually stayed down in the southern states, and there's a real fear from farmers here in the upper Midwest that those dollars are going to stay down there again.
And looking ahead, farm leaders say one-time payments won't fix a deeper problem of stability.
It shouldn't have ever gotten to this point. We've been working for decades to get these trade agreements to a place where American farmers are actually in a pretty good spot, and just overnight we lost them because of the trade wars.
Reporting in La Crosse, Jadius McGee, News 8 Now this morning.
Ag Secretary Brooke Rollins says farmers can apply for funding in the coming weeks. Payments should be dispersed at the end of February. The fences surrounding La Crosse's Burns Park are down this morning. Residents say they are hopeful it'll stay that way. The city first fenced off the park in September, citing dangerous behavior from unhoused and housed individuals. The city's new monitoring plan includes sending a team out 5 times a week to connect with people in need.
I don't know if it'll change. I hope it does. I guess I really hope that it changes for the better. If it doesn't, well, we don't know what to expect next time.
Mayor Shondell Washington Spivey says officers will have an increased presence in the park to keep it safe and connect people with resources. Cameron Park is still closed. The city says it'll decide what to do there based on what happens at Burns. West Salem's police department getting a new building thanks to $2.5 million from the federal government. The village is working on plans for the new facility. The current building is just 1,200 square feet. West Salem's police chief says more space will allow them to upgrade technology, store equipment on site, and increase officer safety.
When we have people within the building, suspects and things like that, having secured areas is definitely going to be a plus.
The project is currently in its final design phase. The chief says they're hoping to break ground late next year. Governor Tony Evers vetoing a bill to crack down on fake service animals. The bill would also allow housing providers to ask for proof of medical necessity. The governor said that would unfairly affect people with disabilities. And Governor Evers signing Braden's Law that protects victims of sextortion by creating new penalties for those convicted of the crime. Victims or their family will also be paid by the DOJ's Crime Victim Compensation Fund. Bill Gates and international philanthropists are pledging $1.9 billion to vaccinate 370 million children against polio. The Global Polio Eradication Initiative started in 1988 and has reduced polio cases by nearly 100%. The goal is to completely end polio worldwide before the end of the decade. Officials say the funding gap is now about $440 million. Before we head to break, it's time to look at today's Look Who's 8.
Wow. All right. August is 8 months. He loves smiling and playing with his big brother.
Happy birthday to you, August. You're looking so awesome. I got to put my sweater on in this break. And if you know a special someone turning 8 weeks, 8 months, 8 years, 18, 80, or 88, we'd love to feature them.
That's right. Just upload their photo to our website, news8000.com, and look for the Submit Pictures button on the Home tab on our website.
Coming up, Great Rivers United Way's Ugly Sweater Contest is back. How you can vote and support local mental health and basic needs programs just ahead.
Time is running out at Howe's Diamond Jewelers in downtown La Crosse. These are the final days of the sale, with up to 80% off diamonds, gemstones, and gold jewelry. You won't see savings like this again, so come in now before it's all gone.
Save big money on everything when you shop at Menards. Upgrade your home with luxury vinyl plank flooring. The Farmhouse Collection offers a vintage wood look, is durable and easy to install. Just $209 a square foot. When you're looking for new appliances, Menards is the place to shop. You'll find a great selection, the best prices, and top brands ready to take home today. Pick up this Whirlpool top-load washer or electric dryer on sale for just $628 each.
At Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota, our warehouses are overflowing with items ready for delivery. Bedrooms, sofas, kitchen and dining, it's all in stock. On top of sale prices, if it's in our warehouse, you can take an extra $100 off items over $1,000, $200 off items over $3,000, or $300 off items over $6,000. If it's in stock, save even more. But these discounts won't last. Shop Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota, voted your favorite furniture store.
I know it's intimidating. I just say don't be afraid and expand your mind a little bit. There's a lot of opportunities out there that you might not know of, and I definitely didn't know coming into this. It opened my eyes as well.
Having that growth mindset, having that desire, that passion to want to improve and better your life. Try to find your why. Why do you want to get up in the morning? Why do you want to get into the career that you want to get into? You know, I always sit down with them and say, hey, let's find your why together.
Love Arby's famous roast beef? Love Hickory barbecue sauce? Love 2 for $6 deals? Meet the RBQ. It loves to be loved. Arby's, we have the meat.
News 8 Now wants to help you create memories with your family by watching movies on the big screen. Friday Flicks with Vicki Nichols of Sparta Cinema will tell you all about upcoming must-see blockbusters, plus exclusive deals at the theater. Watch this Friday at 5 a.m. on News 8 This Morning, presented by Sparta Cinema.
G&T. Get a heat pump for your home or office space.
Time is running out at Howe's Diamond Jewelers in downtown La Crosse. These are the final days of the sale with up to 80% off diamonds, gemstones, and gold jewelry. You won't see savings like this again, so come in now before it's all gone.
All right, welcome back as we get into your early morning hours. Right now, we're holding on to quiet conditions with a little mist and drizzle starting to move into the locations from Eau Claire all the way up to La Crosse and eventually down to Prairie du Chien. How's this road travel later on, though, as we get into the afternoon due to slick roadways and, of course, snowfall turning into a mix of rain and snow. You're going to see snow north of I-94, a mix between I-94 and I-90, then rain and freezing rain getting down south of I-90 going down towards Prairie du Chien and Boscobel. We'll hold on to this. More of that fog is starting to work its way in gradually. More low cloud activity coming in with that mist, a little bit of drizzle associated with that as well. And of course, because of the cold temperatures, it's going to start to freeze out there as well. We have at least 23 degrees over in Eau Claire, 15 degrees it feels on your skin with a light breeze. Roadways are doing quite well out there right now. Folks are doing okay. Take your time. As you know, we've been telling you that all morning long. 28 degrees over there in Winona. It feels like 26 degrees out there with 7 miles of visibility. You're looking at the possibility of more rain and snow, or at least a mix trying to get down to areas right by Prairie du Chien, some light rainfall, some light snow, trying to get down to Prairie du Chien as well as across, kind of brushing us. Then eventually we'll go wider. You can see what's coming in for this afternoon. There it is right there. You've got the snowfall coming out of Canada. You've got a mix of rain and snow right over Bismarck. More of that rainfall by Billings coming out of also by Idaho. You've got a mix there all the way in as we finish out tonight with that. Then we get into more of that coming into the overnight hours. Noon all the way to Wednesday as we get into the morning hours. Snow and rainfall. That means wet roadways. That means breezy and gusty winds associated with that as well. Starting in the afternoon, coming in for snow up along I-94. That will continue. Eau Claire is in that as well. Then you get into it here. We'll see that mix of rain and snow starting to work along the river, getting toward Red Wing all the way into Winona, and then back down to La Crosse with a taste of that and some snow. We see more snow out there as you get into Black River Falls, Viroqua as well, getting down to Vernon County and Crawford County, mixing in with a mix of rain and snow there. All the way along, getting to the 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock hour, going to your evening commute. Snowfall still up there by the north. Then we get Eau Claire starting to get in a mix of rain and snow. Everybody down to the central portion of Black River Falls, getting to Winona as well. Across Viroqua, all those are in a mix of rain and snow right there. Continuing on, the roadways are going to be slick. The temperatures are in the 20s and the 30s, those low 30s. That means it's going to freeze over, and that means more glaze, more ice, more dangerous, hazardous road travel. So please take it slow. If you want to wait it out, you can. You're going to see by the time we get to the 7 o'clock hour, it's pretty much starting to work away from Eau Claire. Snow is still happening for Ladysmith. A mix of rain and snow starts to get up by Ladysmith and finishes out, gets out of the region. We're done by the 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock hour, and then you can get back on the roadways and you're a little bit safer. However, more snow comes back again as we go into the midnight hour and then all the way into the 4 o'clock hour and back into the 6 o'clock hour going into sunrise as well. That carries over all the way to La Crosse and back down to Prairie du Chien. Then we get into this 3 to 6 inches of snowfall for Eau Claire and La Crosse. We'll get at least 1 to 3 inches. Down by Prairie du Chien, you're looking at 2 to 1 inch of snowfall there. Drive safely, we told you about. Some of the roadways look just like that right now, holding on to some roadways that haven't been plowed or haven't gotten to. We get into it, visibility issues will be a mess as well, getting into bitterly cold conditions. Why? Because we're going to start to cool you down, even though temperatures are going to be in the 20s and the 30s today. Rainfall, mix of rain and snow, snowfall, that's part of our day. Light winds, picking up with winds getting up to 25 miles per hour, plus in the forecast, carrying over to Wednesday, temperatures in the 20s and the low 30s there. You'll get into that mix, possibly get into the forecast with a little bit of snow in the morning, then start to dry out going into the afternoon. Then you have also the tracker showing you about 1 to 2 inches possibly as you get into areas right by the central portion by Black River Falls and Sparta, maybe 1 inch or so or less getting into areas by La Crosse. We'll hold on to Eau Claire up to maybe a couple of inches, maybe or less, getting into more snow coming into the afternoon and the overnight hours, I should say. And then eventually you'll see similar conditions for Eau Claire, getting right back into that as well. As we finish out, going to how this all shapes up for the better part of your day, you're going to see the possibilities of this, getting into more of that, of course, that snow, and of course, most of that rainfall coming back again as we go back into the next couple of days. We're going to be seeing through midweek, more snow, about a 40% chance tapering down eventually with colder conditions on the way. Yikes, -5 to -11 with a high of 4 to 8 degrees. No, thank you.
Thank you, Art, I think. Well, new this morning, it is the season of ugly sweaters. Here we are. Great Rivers United Way is turning them into a fundraiser. We're joined by Rob and Adrian from Great Rivers United Way this morning to tell us more. Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, looking so great. We've never looked better.
Aren't we sharp? It looks great.
Yes,
we're looking ugly for a great cause.
Exactly. Yeah, so tell us a little bit about what's going on with this ugly sweater contest.
Yes, we're in our second year. It's the second annual Great Rivers United Way Ugly Sweater Contest. We did this last year, had a lot of fun, raised a little bit of money.
Yeah.
This year we have 20 board staff and committee members competing, showing off their finest ugly sweaters and sharing their United Way whys in hopes of helping us end our fundraising campaign strong this year.
Right on. So you're going to get the raising money. Where does that money go for the support?
You betcha. So Great Rivers United Way, we raise money to help reinvest it back into the community. So this year alone, we awarded about $850,000 worth of grants to different nonprofits. Those, vary from a few $1,000s up to $40,000. And now more than ever, it's so important to get that money into the community. So that's really why we're doing this ugly sweater contest. People can go to gru.org/sweater, and on there, just as Adrienne said, you'll see so many of our staff members, board members, donning these awesome sweaters.
Yeah.
It is $1 a vote, so you can go on there, you can vote, and all that money stays right here in the community.
Okay, so easy to do, just on online, pay your dollar, and I did see there's a little bit of an explanation about why the different people are doing it.
Yeah, we're all sharing our United Way whys, some seasonal stories, just hoping to inspire the community to share our passion for the work that we do every single day.
Well, right on. When does the contest run, and how can you get a vote?
Right, so you can go to GRU.org/sweater. The contest will go till next Tuesday, Tuesday the 18th. Is that the, no.
The 16th.
The 16th.
Yeah, the
Excuse me.
16th.
Tuesday the 16th, yeah. And also, I will add, so you can go on there, you can vote for your favorite sweaters. We're also selling ugly sweaters, just as beautiful as these ones.
Amazing,
Right at our location in Onalaska, so you can come in during business hours there and look at our awesome sweaters, and all those dollars stay right here as well.
You guys have a little contest amongst yourselves as well?
It's Pride. All of the money raised will go to the community. Those grants will invest in. But yeah, we do have a traveling trophy that'll go to this year's winner.
Okay,
Yeah, so
the stakes are high.
they are
Exactly.
very.
And I will say, you know, the work United Way does, obviously we're having a lot of fun here, but we also take the work really seriously. We're big believers in that you have to have joy in doing this sort of work, but you know, it's serious work. We know now more than ever, a lot of nonprofits have seen a decrease in funding, and we want to be, Great Rivers United Way wants to be one of those organizations that can continue to invest
They can count
more.
on.
They can count on no matter what. So.
Okay, and yeah, you help different organizations, so our money really goes back into the community for a lot of different things.
That's right. You know, we give, like I say, we give so much money in terms of grants. We also do our own programming, really focused on literacy, community health, that sort of thing.
Okay, very important right now. And so as you wrap up this year of fundraising, what kind of impact? Tell us about a little bit more about the impact you're hoping to make.
Right. Well, like I say, we want to continue to be able to provide those grants. We don't want to ever have to cut grants and that sort of thing like a lot of organizations have seen. And as you know, the stories you guys cover, there is so much need in our community. And Great Rivers United Way, you know, we've been around since 1949 doing this sort of work. A lot of people count on us, and we count on the community to invest back into our organization and into so many others. So that's why things like our ugly sweater contest is so important. So yeah, again, GRU.org/sweater. You also can give a physical donation. If you don't want to give online, you can come into our offices, bring a check, bring cash, all that sort of thing too. So it's just so essential this time of year.
It is for sure. All right, so GRU.com/ugly sweater or sweater?
GRU.org/sweater.
Okay. And we had that
sweater, yes.
Up. We had that up too. Okay, perfect. Well, thank you so much for being here, for sharing this with us. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
From clogged drains to new faucet installations, we've got you covered. Since 1994, we've served homeowners across the area to make sure their plumbing is done right. So call us today and see what done right looks like for your home's plumbing.
Stella Jones Corporation in Bangor has immediate openings and wants you to apply. They say this job takes grit, attention to detail, and ability to work as a team. Stella Jones Corporation is where safety matters and wages sustain a comfortable living. If you have what it takes and can stand behind our railroads, then we want you to apply today.
Plantar fasciitis feels like pointed, sharp pain. It just hurts all the time. It feels like your foot is squeezing on itself. When I drove past the Good Feet store, I thought, I'm gonna stop in. They wanted to make sure that they gave me the right arch support for my feet that were personally fitted just for me. Then it was like, okay, this is something special. These make a difference.
See for yourself with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
Freedom is the ability to choose the path that makes you happy.
When you need a truck to get you from the job site
to the campsite, drive your story with a new Ram
or a new Jeep from Pischke Motors.
Stop in now to get a brand new Jeep, Ram, Dodge, Fiat, or Chrysler. Whether it's for work or play, we've got the vehicle for you. We have a wide selection of every model. Nothing beats getting in the driver's seat. So stop in today. Go to Pischke.com, Pischke Motors West Salem, or Pischke Motors La Crosse.
Hey, Dominic here with great recipes using our Italian Pleasini. For Italian mushrooms, use a pint of mushrooms, 1 stick of butter, and 1 tablespoon of Italian Pleasini. Put in a slow cooker and cook on high for 4 hours. For Italian green beans, fry 4 chopped slices of bacon with 1/2 chopped onion. Cook 1 bag of green beans, combine everything, add in 1 teaspoon of Italian Pleasini. Get Italian Pleasini and over 40 other blends at the Pleasini Outlet Store on Ward Avenue, La Crosse.
Mwah! The quality of their products are fabulous. That's why I always get my faucets and things through them, because I know they're gonna last. Everything they've ever replaced, toilets, faucets, shower heads, has lived its life to its fullest.
Join the United States Air Force Band of Mid-America in celebrating this holiday season. Tune in for Spirit of the Season, a collection of timeless holiday music beautifully performed by American Airmen. Don't miss this one-of-a-kind holiday presentation.
Miss a story or need to watch it again? Find them all on the News 8 Now app. Expect more from News 8 Now. Thanks for watching.
Scientists say some solar activity might make the northern lights visible tonight in 15 states, including Wisconsin and Minnesota. If you want to look for the aurora, check around midnight, or you could see it just after sunset or before sunrise. It is 6:54, time for your morning news now. The fences surrounding La Crosse's Burns Park are down this morning. The city first fenced off the park in September, citing dangerous behavior from both housed and unhoused individuals. The city's new monitoring plan includes sending a team out 5 times a week to connect with people in need.
I don't know if it'll change. I hope it does. You know, I guess I really hope that it changes for the better. If it doesn't, well, we don't know what to expect next time.
The mayor says officers will have an increased presence in the park to keep it safe and connect people with resources. Cameron Park still has fences up. The city says it'll decide what to do there depending on what happens at Burns. West Salem's police department getting a new building thanks to $2.5 million from the federal government. The village is working on plans for the new facility. West Salem's police chief says more space will allow them to upgrade technology, store equipment on site, and increase officer safety.
When we have people within the building, suspects and things like that, having secured areas is definitely going to be a plus.
The project is currently in its final design phase, and they say they're hoping to break ground late next year. We'll take another live look outside right now from our Storm Runner 8, which is somewhere in La Crosse. Not entirely sure on a location right now, but as you can see, the roads do have snow on them. They're slick. They've got some slick spots. Some have been plowed. Others like this have not. So if you're heading out this morning to work or school, make sure you give yourself some extra time. Yeah, look at this road. This is pretty covered. Pretty slick out there, especially on those turns. You got to go slow out there. Art, this is what you've been talking about all morning.
100%. And once you get into the afternoon, it's going to get slushy out there as well. So we have the heat kicking in up to 30 degrees plus in some of the forecast areas today. So you're going to have that slushiness. You have the slow roads. You got the snow on the roadways. You have the slick roadways out there as well. You've got a mix of rain and snow coming in. So that will start to freeze over, and then it starts all over again as we get into the afternoon. We'll also see as we go into the next few days, colder conditions are going to be on the way. So please be careful out there and get home safely and back to work.
All right, the chill is on. The real winter is here, as we've been saying.
Pretty much.
Buckle in, everybody. Thanks for joining us this morning. We will see you back here at noon with more news and weather updates.